So today we're going to go from this to this. One dirty trailing arm to a very clean, bare aluminum trailing arm so we can prep and paint these things. Welcome back to the Porsche build, where we are going to be transforming this hopefully into a little garage, hot rod, resto mod, singer inspired Porsche that's going to have all the looks of something very beautiful, but on a budget. So let's go see what we're doing on the sandblasting unit. All right, so this is our sandblasting setup. This is my dad's old sandblaster, probably 20 plus, maybe 20 years old or something like that. So it's essentially just, we have a little handheld one, but it's not, for these big pieces, not gonna cut it. So we're hooked up to the air compressor. I mean, they're all hooked up to the air compressor, but this one's got a big giant, hose and stuff like that. We'll eventually get a blast cabinet for the garage, but for this time being, this is what it's gonna be. And you'll see him kind of working on it because it needs a little help. So the trailing arm has seen better days. This car was a daily driver for about 10 years before I got it, and the axle boot basically disintegrated and blew up. So all the grease that was in there, you can kind of see, just flew around. It's on the inside. So this one is definitely the dirtiest, and I would say that maintenance wasn't the highest priority of the previous owner. So we're gonna take care of it, strip it down, and get some paint on it and look brand new. You saw in the last video that we took out the rear bearings and the hubs and everything like that. So this is gonna get a full rebuild with brand new bearings, and it's gonna drive like brand new. The goal is to have a car that looks from the 70s but drives, handles, brakes like a modern 2020 kind of car. I have not used a sandblaster on this car yet. Usually it's good enough to just kind of clean it, prep it, and sand it with some sandpaper, but this is basically as good as it's gonna get with manual hands. Like this is as good as it's gonna get. I've done so much more prep to it already, and it's got like a wax coating on it. It's got grease all over it, so it needs to get down to bare aluminum, and that's why the sandblaster comes in handy. You might be wondering why I have paper towels in my ears. These are my garage built DIY earplugs, because I did not realize how loud this was going to be, and my ears are fried. So paper towels actually work pretty good. They look like Shrek the ogre. All right, and that is a fully sandblasted, no more grease, no more wax coating, which they came from the factory with. I'm gonna go take these home, get them prepped for paint. We're gonna use an aluminum paint so that it looks like it is a aluminum trailing arm and not like a painted trailing arm. Throw a little clear coat on it for a little extra added protection, and then get back to doing the fun stuff on the car. And I think for both of those trailing arms, it took about 25 minutes. So if you need to strip something, I highly recommend a sandblaster. Just don't use it on flat panels like fenders or hoods. It'll warp everything. Only on the edges. But big, strong cast aluminum things or cast something, by all means. It goes by quick. So I'm looking forward to getting a blast cabinet for more of the smaller items that I have. It's so convenient. Off to paint. All right, so it's the next day. Trailing arms are over there. I think you can see them. Got the paint right here. Gonna do a little test patch, and then if everything's all good, get right to it. The wind is definitely being annoying, but it's pretty porous. I think it's gonna soak up the paint a lot. Let's see though. Looking good so far. All right, 3 coats on each. Honestly, it looks great. Everything, no fisheye, no nothing. It was definitely etched already because of the sandblasting, so it is looking pretty dang good. I just needed a little bit of extra protection while I was under the car. It was dirty, nasty. Might as well have it look amazing while it's down there, and not all gross and cruddy. So I'm gonna let this kind of flash off for about 48 hours, maybe 3 days, and then I'm going to see what it's like with clear coat on it. I want to try clear because it's just going to add an extra, it's glossy, so it's going to add an extra layer of like cleaning ability, but I gotta let it fume out so that it doesn't trap all the chemicals and cause any like fish eyeing or orange peel or bubbles or anything like that. So, but other than that, looks great. It's gonna look good under the car, that's for sure. Now that we have the trailing arms all prepped and painted and ready to go, they are back in the car, And now we can put the brand new bearings back into the trailing arm hubs, which is the whole reason why we did this. So just greasing up the inside just a little bit, just to make it nice and easy for everything to go back in. And it's essentially just the reverse process of how we took them out from in there, we're pushing them in, or sorry, took them out this way, pushing them back in this way as well. So just a little grease. Give this a little whack to get it started. That way it doesn't fall out when we're getting everything all prepped with the bearing kit. In theory, you can do this by yourself, a one-man job, but like a lot of things with cars, it's much easier with some help. So I got my dad right there. Okay. And you should be good to go. Just make sure it's even when you're doing it. And the good thing about the trailing arms, it has a inner lip on the inside right here, so the bearing will bottom out on it, so you can't over tighten it and you can't push it too far in. It just kind of sits perfectly so that it's flush right here, and you'll know. Once you hit it, you hit it. There we go. Perfectly flush. Let's go. Perfect. All right, and bearings are fully pressed in. Now we're back to having no, hopefully, no screeching or no grinding or nothing like that. These should be absolutely soundless, noiseless. That's all I have time to do today. So I'll be getting this video up for you guys on Thursday. But next video, we'll have the hubs on, hopefully the brakes, the brake lines, the calipers will be rebuilt. And at that point, the mechanical should be pretty much done. 99% of it will be completely complete. Suspension is completely reworked and upgraded. Brakes are done, new bearings, new bushings, new everything. Now we go to the engine, and then cosmetics. Then we can get into the fun things. Not that this isn't fun, but when things you can see are getting done, it's much more fun. All right, guys, see you next week.